It's week 9 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels.
He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Cards and the Bears, and it's coming up
As the sun
next.
starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody, up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, alongside Brock. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them out to the #1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built on.
Williams starting with the pass here. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Williams from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the #2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns, a lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Hit made by TJ Edwards.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Daniels to throw on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Daniels now. This reeled in by Benson. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps it.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown! Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their 2nd drive. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
He was about to get smacked just as he got rid of it. Sometimes, Kate, that crowd lets you know you're about to get hit. But that's a savvy quarterback play right there. Take that check down. And nothing better than that defender picking you up off the ground after he knocks you down. With that play, that check down, taking some big yards.
And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, here's Swift. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the pistol, Williams. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Swift. And he takes it into the end zone for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears reach pay dirt for the first time this game. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through. In the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. That's the end of... Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They have 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Daniels on 1st down. Gets this one to Harrison. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. They give left side to Benson. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able... And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 5. It's now 3rd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Benson runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 2nd quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Prater on to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Moore's got it. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running behind center with Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down throw by Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Room to run inside the 20. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Going to run again with Swift. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Bears facing a deficit near the break. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Williams will look to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Carney's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. The Cardinals and QB Jaden Daniels heading out for their next look on offense. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. McBride hauls it in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first down, here's Daniels. Ryman there to haul it in. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now Daniels to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. Again, Daniels to the air. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Arizona. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals drive their lead to 11. Now Prater on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Fits it through the middle. He has room past the 25. Still fighting forward. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a one-score game before halftime. DJ Moore the touchdown. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears cut the lead down to 4. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So it's halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals out in front. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football.
Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He stopped. 27. The Cardinals ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. This reeled in by Benson. And he'll get it up to the 44. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. To throw, Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense is probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by this point.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're
But the
biased.
success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Now Prater on to send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Up to the ground by Kaiser White.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, Williams. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
He's got him, that's Swift. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 34. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Keeping it on the ground, and he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniels coming back after that pick. He's got him. That's McBride. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Come on.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Taking his shot deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals hold an 11-point advantage. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals push the lead up to 12. Now Prater on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears returning their offense and this running back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has his man, it's Swift.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, here's Williams. And down he goes, the Cardinals got there. And the defense comes through, and that's going to Chicago brings out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 3rd and 14.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Cardinals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals go up by 19. Now Prater on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed here to Komet. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Swift hauls it in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
It is caught left side. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. So we're through 3 here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He lofts it deep, right sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Williams. Right side and in the hands of Allen. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. To throw is Williams. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Second down now, 7 to go. Williams from the gun. That throw finds Komet. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Williams to throw on 1st. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the pistol, Williams. Komet brings it in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Williams to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Desperation time here on 4th. Pass caught by Adunze. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The give now to Benson. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Benson once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. It's Benson on the give. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Daniels leading the hurry up. They'll run. It's Benson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw by Williams. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Putting the body on the line for his team. Working quickly here. First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Back now, pressure on its way. Cut near the goal line. Chicago touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to Benson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals getting ready to celebrate a 9-0 start. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll try it right with Benson. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's a give to Benson. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Daniels has him on the quick hitter. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. This is Benson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Turning to Benson on 3rd. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Trying to set this up quick.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
A 50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
First down, Williams. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Escapes the pocket. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And the sting of losing such a close one.